I'm Brad Atkin, Practice Leader and Shareholder over the IT Advisory and Security Group at Doeren Mayhew. A SOC report is an opportunity for a third-party auditor to come in and actually test your controls and give an opinion on how your controls are designed and how they're stated, and sometimes if they're actually operating effectively. A SOC report can be at a specific period of time, which is called a Type 1 report, or it can be over a period of time. For example, 9 months or 6 months, that those controls were in place, that they were operating effectively. The main reason why a business might need a SOC report mainly has to do with their customers or people that use their products. The customers and other companies that use your products are required to do certain due diligence to make sure that you have the controls that you say you have. By having a third party perform a SOC examination, you're able to provide them a report that not only describes your controls, but has an opinion based on that examination as a way of a third party verifying that those are in place. There are two primary options when it comes to SOC examinations. The first one is the SOC 1. The SOC 1 is the internal controls over financial reporting. This has to do with the numbers that come out of the system or come out of the service that you're providing. Think of a billing provider or an ERP system where someone is relying on the numbers that are coming out of your system for their audited financial statements. The second option is a SOC 2. The SOC 2 is mainly over what's called the AICPA Trust Services. This is where you can focus on the security of the information, the processing integrity, that your system is available if it's going to a company that needs your service to be up all the time, that it's confidential and kept secret from other companies, and also very strict privacy controls. These controls are hit if your business or your product is doing something where you're holding someone else's information and they care about the security of that information and that it's available and that no one else can get their hands on it. They might be requesting a SOC 2. In addition to those two primary options, there is the option of a SOC 3, which is more a public-facing version of the SOC 2, and also SOC 2 can have a plus option where you add in certain compliance if it's requested, such as HIPAA. A common area of confusion in SOC examinations is that not only do you choose between a SOC 1 and a SOC 2, but each one of those comes with an option of doing a Type 1 or a Type 2. The Type 1 in a SOC examination is where you have an auditor give an opinion on whether or not your controls are suitably designed and also fairly stated. Are the controls being described in completion, and also are you not unfairly taking out certain areas of controls because they might look bad on your organization? And that is as of a specific date. This differs from the Type 2. The Type 2 is over a period of time. And not only do you have a proper control description and a proper design of controls, not only are your controls fairly stated, but the Type 2 then goes on to test whether or not they're operating effectively. So this includes the examiner coming in and testing your controls over that period of time to make sure that they are in operation, they are operating effectively, and you're getting the results that you want. It is very important from the onset to choose the right SOC examination. The ultimate driver of this decision is the users of the report. What do your customers need? If your customer is focused on the financial reporting aspect, you should be choosing a SOC 1. If they're more concerned about the security of the information and that it's available and kept out of the wrong hands, that might point you to a SOC 2. Ultimately, you need to understand what they need, because that might actually determine what type. A type 1 doesn't test operating effectiveness, and your customers might be requiring it. Lean into your customers to obtain a better understanding of what they need, and don't be afraid to reach out to a subject matter expert that performs these examinations to make sure that from the onset you've selected the right SOC examination. At Doeren Mayhew, we work with you to educate you and help you select the correct SOC examination for your organization. We desire to partner with you to help develop a timeline that not only makes sense to meet your customer demands, but also takes into account the internal resources. We want to be able to help you get from the controls that you have in place to a control description that can be part of your SOC examination. In many ways, we do this through SOC readiness consulting, where we can ask the correct questions. We can use our experience and expertise to help develop a control description that you can use toward your SOC examination. We drive value to our engagements by having an integrated team of professionals. Our team is made up not only of certified IT professionals, but they're also CPAs. With this approach, we're able to understand the entire enterprise of your organization, understand not only the operations, but also understand the very technical IT aspects of these controls. With that, we believe we're able to bring a well-rounded approach that understands your business.